cancer treatment requires whole lot of money, so much money, finances. It gets exhausted after a time.
As you see them accepting this process of death, how do you see them changing in terms of internally and then externally and their relationship with the patient? Like, how does that happen?
I see detachment.
Why do we fear it so much? Why do humans fear death so much? Like this idea of death, concept of death, कि खत्म हो रहा है सब.
Yes, because it is eventually सब खत्म ही हो रहा है. आपको यहाँ पे सब छोड़ के जाना पड़ेगा.
Yeah.
The leaving is troubling them. It's not the
Yeah.
death that is troubling them. It's the पीछे जो छोड़ के जाएंगे वो.
Are cancer cases increasing or
Yes.
is it? Yeah.
No,
What's
it
the
isn't.
reason? Environmental.
Many. I first, when I was studying or when I was young, I always thought that cancers always happen after an addiction. But I've seen patients with no addictions getting cancers. I've seen, people at a very young age getting cancers जो पहले लगभग 50-60 years में होते थे.
Acha, and the young age people, what kind of cancer are they getting?
Most of them are either blood cancers. The kids and the teenagers, mostly they get this blood cancers and all.
What's the reason? Like, why is this happening? And why blood specifically? कुछ
So if
theory-
we'll find why, then we'll able to cure it. We're not able to find why.
But कुछ theories तो होंगी ना why की.
Theories में genetic हो सकता है, family histories हो सकते हैं. And I've seen patients with no family history, no genetic thing, and still they're getting cancer.
What's your intuition saying? Because if it's increasing, it's not just genetic, right? It's probably environmental or whatever related. So what do you think is happening? Modern.
I guess the lifestyle changes is mostly responsible.
But lifestyle में क्या? Pollution, water, food, like stress, work, disalignment, disconnection with their soul.
So the environment, definitely, the pollution that we see. Secondly, I feel the life expectancy has increased of patients. पहले क्या होता था? By 50-60, people used to die. They used to get married, बच्चे हो जाते थे. They used to settle. They used to get their children married, and they used to die. Life expectancy कम थी. So now the life expectancy has increased. The exposure to various irritants, new drugs, many things have come up. Smoking, the irritant substances like tobacco, all of that kind. All are those risk factors of cancer.
Right.
Alcohol.
I indulge in all of them.
You have a risk factor,
Yeah, but
That's
mildly.
okay. Not prep. Let's hope that you're not amongst the one.
But I'm happy with the presence. It's okay.
But the point is, not everybody who's had this risk factors or who's an alcoholic, who's a smoker, who's an addict gets cancer. And
But
not
tell me something.
everybody who's never had had alcohol in life, never उनको लगता है कि मुझे कभी कैंसर नहीं हो, because they ask us. मैंने तो कभी लाइफ में कभी दारू को भी हाथ नहीं लगाया, टोबैको को भी हाथ नहीं लगा, कभी स्मोक भी नहीं किया. How am I getting cancer?
अब कर लो. अब लगा लो.
So once we find that why, I think why is the answer to treat
तो एक
it.
तो ये लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी वाला हो गया, ठीक है, बट यंग लोगों में क्यों हो रहा है? मतलब द ब्लड कैंसर थिंग इन यंग लोग, बिकॉज व्हाट्स दैट कनेक्शन?
Why का किसी को नहीं पता. How would you say a newborn or a toddler having a blood cancer? How will you know? उसको तो आए हुए दुनिया में आए हुए टाइम ही नहीं हुआ है इतना. They're not exposed to anything. They're not even drinking, smoking. उनको कुछ नहीं है. So
And how many, let's say in your hospital, how many, let's say there are 10 patients, how many are like these young ones with blood cancer out of the 10?
fortunately they are very less.
Okay.
Two, 1 out of 10. Two,
Okay,
दो एक
like
में.
2%.
Fortunately they are very less. I feel it. Most of them goes undiagnosed.
And can you tell me 1 to 5 the most common cancer right now that you see, and then second, third, fourth, fifth, and in who?
So-
Men or
It is that buccal mucosa ka,
mouth?
mouth cancers.
Acha, that's number 1.
Yeah,
Okay, and it's more in men or women?
more in men.
More in men.
More
And
in
then
men. Second, I would say these days breast cancers is very much prevailing.
Okay, and that's being treated a lot as well, no? Breast cancer.
Yeah.
Treat all right. And the third one?
Third one would say renal, kidney ke, urinary tract ke. They're also very much prevailing.
Or is that more in women or men?
I guess alcoholics को ज़्यादा होते हैं, so kind of men.
Oh, really? Interesting. And what's the fourth?
Fourth I would go with GI symptoms, gastro के. जो
Gastro cancer. And that is more in men or women?
it is equal, but more in men, like it's 2:1 or 3:1 kind of.
सारे cancers ज़्यादा men को ही हो रहे हो मतलब.
Because see, as I said, the precipitating or risk factors are alcohol, smoking,
Yeah.
tobacco.
Yeah.
I've seen so many female patients with mouth cancers because they had history of tobacco chewing. पहले के ज़माने के जो.
Interesting. And what's number 5?
I would go with, I guess, cervical cancer, जो अभी बहुत ज़्यादा prevalent.
Oh, tell me more about this cervical cancer. ये क्या है?
It is a cervix, जो female reproductive organ होता है, उसका cancer होता है. And
But
it is
cervical में हो रहा है.
No.
Then?
There's a organ above vagina के ऊपर. There's a small organ called cervix, uterus के साथ joined.
Cervix, okay.
It is a cancer of that cervix, not cervical.
Cervix cancer,
Just
not
fine.
cervical.
Yes.
Okay. So it's mostly with women.
Female.
And prostate cancer, then you would say number 6 or no?
Prostate is mostly benign. Benign मतलब it's not cancer.
What is it then?
It is it is enlarged. It is troublesome because it actually obstructs your urinary tract. So while you're urinating or while you're even while you're sitting, it gets enlarged. So basically it gets enlarged. The cancer that you're talking about is megaly. It gets enlarged and it obstructs your urinary tract, and that causes the other symptoms of kidneys and urine and all that.
But this one is mostly curable, yeah? How long
Breast
have you been
cancers are
working in-
curable. Sorry?
How long have you been working in all of this?
I would say it's more like 2.5 years since I started working in cancer hospital.
Nice. Interesting. And what keeps you in your center? Because it's a lot
Gratitude
of
that I'm not on the other side of the table. So instead of letting it get to my head, I always am grateful to God that thank you that you've not troubled me and I'm able to help them.
And
So
how do you deal with death when you see people dying and patients dying and their families really struggling? How do you, like, what's your spiritual or philosophical way of dealing with it?
It is what, you know, I need to let it go.
But how do you let it go is what I'm asking.
So there are times when I do cry, when the consultant or the senior consultant of mine is telling the relatives that your husband or your father is dying, will die. So it is very difficult. But it is what it is. I would rather let them go than see them suffering.
And how do the families deal with it when they get this information?
Honestly, they are already troubled. I feel cancer patients se zyada unke relatives are more, they're facing more problems. They have to deal with that. They have to deal with the patient finances, everything. And when that patient is the sole earning person in the family, it becomes more difficult for them. The trips to the hospital, the nights they have to spend outside their rooms, outside the ICUs, seeing their relatives suffer and not able to do anything.
Constantly.
So I feel they reach a point where, chalo, yeah, it's okay to let them go. They're suffering here more. So most of them are mentally prepared. They give their 100%, but they reach a point that they're mentally prepared. So that is why the consultants have to counsel them that this is what is going to happen. You have like this many months with them, so they get that time to accept it.
What do they like? How do you see them, like, as you see them accepting this process of death? How do you see them changing in terms of internally and then externally, and their relationship with the patient? Like, how does that happen?
I see detachment.
Yeah, but how does that look like? How does it feel like on a human scale?
So I've seen few of them, jinko, when we say that, like, we've tried our best now there's nothing we can do, like, you have like 6 months with him now. So I see them sighing and they're like, okay, it was expected. You guys informing me that a family member of mine will die in 6 months is expected of me. Expected for me. कि ये होना था. So that level of detachment, I guess it's healthy detachment, but it is detachment.
Now I want to ask you something interesting. This is on the lines of how my relationship with death is, how I see it from my own understanding. I don't see it death as an ultimate, just like I see it as a. I'm not talking about how you die, but I'm talking about it being a moment that is coming for everybody, where the body is kind of getting, what it is. It will go back to the soil, and then something in you can call it Atman or consciousness, whatever, kind of continues the journey, because the journey is endless. And this is, I think, being from India, I think we all have this understanding quite deeply in us. So what's your take on this? Like, how do you see this as part of your understanding of dealing with it, and how do you see, because if
you are an Indian, we have a very good dealing system.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
We get 15 days, पूरा 15 दिन मिलता है हमको. To cry, to mourn the death, everything, and it is very healthy. The reason most of us are able to get over death is because of that 15 days का जो mourning period होता है.
But how do you see death? Like, death is I feel like because death, I feel, is such a Western word. Like, in India, in Vedic cultures, we almost actually call it pran chhodna. We don't call it like mrityu. इतना हम पहले के जमाने में नहीं बोलते थे, हम प्राण जा रहे हैं. It's like कि उसको स्कल भी तोड़ रहे हैं, तो प्राण के लिए मुक्ति कर रहे हैं. It's like that liberation kind of see. So how do you see it as an Indian person? who's a doctor, but like as an Indian person with a Indian spiritual sense, like how do you see this aspect?
I feel it's inevitable.
Huh?
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
It is inevitable. And secondly, it's not in my control.
Yeah.
So
Then why do we fear it so much? Why do humans fear death so much? Like this idea of concept of death कि खत्म हो रहा है सब.
yes, because it is eventually सब खत्म ही हो रहा है. आपको यहाँ पे सब छोड़ के जाना पड़ेगा.
Yeah.
The leaving is troubling them. It's not the
Yeah.
death that is troubling them. It's the पीछे जो छोड़ के जाएंगे वो.
So the attachment to everything
Yes.
that the body represents and the personality represents.
Yes.
And the
It's the
ego
attachment. It can be with people. It can be with their houses, business, properties, things, your own self.
Have you seen patients who are very spiritually evolved and who are not attached at all and quite evolved and like don't look at death as death and what we are talking about and like have you seen those patients?
I've seen patients who had accepted कि मुझे मरना है. अब मैं
But
मरने
like-
वाला हूँ.
How like acceptance from a place of like grief or acceptance from a place of kind of like joy or peace?
Peace.
So how are they like how was their process of kind of leaving the body like the ones who found peace, and what was that for them? What was that peace looking like for them? How are they interacting with life till they were in life?
I guess people say it is hardest to counsel the life जिनका end of life patients, but I feel it is easiest because they know they're dying. They know what they want. कि मेरे पास 6 महीने मुझे ये करना है. So they are sorted.
But wouldn't it be nice if we all started living like this, because it's kind of true for all of us, just we don't know when.
But we're not able to. Until and unless it hits us, we're not able to. So, a journey of a cancer patient starts in a most unexpected way. It hits them कि cancer हुआ है. And then going through that pain and suffering and chemos, radiations. And then hearing कि भाई 6 महीने is like, obviously they'll be at peace कि I'll be out, I'll be liberated from this body. इतना suffer
What
किया.
do they do, like the ones who look at it this way?
They're very
What-
peaceful.
What
can see.
physical change you see? Like, are they just sitting, meditating, they're just smiling? Like, what's happening?
No, they're not smiling. You can see that peace in their eyes कि यार खत्म हुआ, शांति. So it's kind of they had when I would say, I always say this, the cancer is not as painful as the treatment is. The treatment of cancer is so painful that you wish death. ये इतना नहीं करना है.
I personally feel if I ever get like any of this deadly cancer, I will not do chemo or anything. I will just accept that
There are people who do that. There are
Yeah.
people who consciously decide to not take any treatment and die peacefully.
Yeah, I think I will try homeopathy and Ayurveda and all of that, but I think I will decide to, because the suffering is much lower ना अगर तुम treatment वगैरह नहीं लेते तो.
It is, as I said, you have to choose the pain.
Yeah.
लंबे समय वाला कि a small short span of suffering and death.
Interesting.
But that the will to live is what आपको निकालता है उस ट्रीटमेंट से, gives you that confidence, gives you that power to navigate through that treatment. And I've seen so many cases whose cancer has been cured, and it's now 20-25 years they are cancer free and living very good life, healthy life.
Yeah.
So the willpower, definitely. But then ultimate truth is that you cannot control death. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I'm happy people get to hear this stuff actually, because many people, everybody has some person in the family who goes through cancer nowadays. I think it's just so common.
It is increasing, and I thought that पहले के जमाने में वो राजाओं का रोग कहा जाता था उसको, कि वो सिर्फ राजाओं को होता है, those who are well to do,
ऐसा भी है क्या कुछ?
पहले ऐसा होता था. These days everybody is getting cancer. The reason it was called a king's disease is because for somebody who's poor, it got undiagnosed. The guy maybe didn't even know why he died.
Yeah.
If anything happens to king, सारे पूरे doctors की सेना आ जाती होगी. So they knew eventually they were able to diagnose it because they had resources. It basically is connected to resources, how much resources you have, because with mental exhaustion the financial resources get exhausted as well. And it is a burden on other family members.
Yeah. And all the doctors who are in this work, how are they dealing with it on an emotional level all the time? Like this level of things and patience and death and all of that.
I guess I'm sure they must get, they all get disappointed when they're not able to help them. Even after trying everything, doing everything, when they're not able to help, obviously they get disappointed. Because इतनी मेहनत की होती है एक पेशेंट पे, पूरा like I would say minimum 5 साल जाता है एक पेशेंट के पीछे to cure that patient. So 5 साल की मेहनत, even after doing everything, when you know कि कुछ नहीं होगा, you don't have an answer कि वापस क्यों आया और क्यों नहीं बचा पाए. When you don't know the answer. It is very disappointing for a doctor who let their patient go.
Yeah. How do doctors deal with this?
अब आदत हो गई है सबको. They are used to it now.
Yeah, but they're still humans, no? So they must.
Everybody, so they have their own, traumas. I'm sure they must be having their own traumas. कि ये patient था, मैंने बहुत मेहनत की होगी, मैं नहीं बचा पाया और मुझे बहुत अफसोस है. They come back and then they give their 200% to the next patient because they know that is we can only do that. So doctors को भगवान बना दिया है, but नहीं. The fact that they can still not know कि क्या होगा उनके ही patients के साथ, even after treating everything, shows that we are not God. And कुछ चीजें तो हमारे भी कंट्रोल में, किसी के भी कंट्रोल में.
Yeah. Actually,
I'm sure they are all disappointed at the same time, satisfied that they were able to help और उनका थोड़ा तो pain कम किया है.
Yeah, it's quite humbling for doctors, I can imagine. Like, it's actually quite a human experience.
It was very humbling for me. As I said, every day I'm, so much grateful for what I have in my life. So it actually explains, it changed my perspective for life once I started working with cancer patients. So
what's your perspective now? Tell us Dr. Vishwa's spiritual foundations.
So मैंने जैसे बोला that gratitude is what I practice the most these days. So even if I'm disappointed, I instantly switch to that gratitude part ki at least I'm not on that side of the table.
What else?
And I personally feel it is my belief I don't waste my time on two things that are in my control and things that are not in my control. So I only wait till I know ki is it in my control? Okay, it is in my control, I'll deal with it. It's not in my control, I'll not able to deal with it. क्यों time waste करो? I'll rather put my energy somewhere else. So that has helped me go through this, all situations.
What else?
But this is how I always see all my life incidences. Even when I'm dealing with patients.
You pray, you go to temples, or you meditate?
I do. I don't meditate. I go to temples, but I never
Which
ask
one?
for anything. I always say thank you for whatever God has given.
Which temple you go to?
मम्मी जहाँ पे लेके जाती है वहाँ पे जाना पड़ता है.
But which one? Do you feel a special connection with some specific deity?
Two of them. One is Ganpati. I feel I'm very much connected to Lal Bagcha Raja. I have मैं विसर्जन में जाती थी. लाल बागचा राजा, मुंबई.
अच्छा. for विसर्जन.
Yeah. So मेरे नानी का घर मुंबई में है एंड वहाँ पे रोड के बाहर से उनका विसर्जन के लिए वो निकलता है. So that atmosphere when he is passing through is very spiritual, peaceful. You instantly get calm.
Yeah, it's the Ganpati energy and the festival is quite big in Goa. I live in Goa, so it's the biggest one. They celebrate it quite a long time. So yeah, I understand.
And it is bigger in Mumbai. It is to another level.
Yeah, Mumbai though. yeah.
I stay near that chowpatty जहाँ पे विसर्जन होते हैं.
Right.
And the amount of people I see there, I've not seen anywhere in this world. I cannot see the road.
Yeah.
I only see heads everywhere.
People die in stampedes there.
No, surprisingly, there are no incidences of stampedes.
अच्छा ऐसा है क्या?
I don't know how, but yes, there are no. I've never gotten hurt when I'm in middle of that, huge crowd. Everybody is dancing, सबके हाथ कहाँ से कहाँ जा रहे, but I've never gotten hurt.
Any other deities other than
Krishna.
Ganesha?
Shri Krishna.
You've been to Vrindavan?
No, I want to, but see the tight and the hectic schedule I have, I'm not able to go anywhere.
And you do chantings and all, or no?
No. I believe in karma. I do what I am supposed to do. I ardently believe that whatever you are supposed to do, you are supposed to do that, and eventually things will fall into its own place.
So for people who don't know what they're supposed to do and whatever, how do they get there?
So the first thing that if you want to know what you're supposed to do, find a purpose.
How?
सबका होना चाहिए.
People who are not able to find.
Introspect. You need to introspect कि क्या करना है लाइफ में आपको. What do you want? What do you think you are good at? What do you think makes you happy? क्या करना चाहिए आपको? Like I'm also a hospital administration. I have a postgraduate degree in hospital administration. So for a short period of time, I was into management. And I instantly felt out of place that this is not something I want to do. And I switched back to my clinical field. And in that field, however and how much work I am asked to do, I do it and I don't get tired. I don't crib. On the other side, when I was in management, I was handling OPDs and all. I was in the hospital, but handling OPDs and all. There was a constant bugging going on in my head that why am I at this place? What am I doing with my life? This is not my job. I'm not here for this. So I knew that this is not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do this. Because I miss that life more. So I switched back. And abhi कितना भी काम हो, आई एम एटलीस्ट सेटिस्फाइड कि भाई घर पे आके आई नो इट वॉज अ गुड डे, इट वॉज अ fruitful for me, the day was fruitful, I was able to help.